In life, people get success and people also get a lot of learning, and they also face a lot of, and while this whole journey of life is on, there are several ups and downs that people face in life. This particular video I'm talking on is on overcoming setbacks. Now, every instance that I'll be talking on without referring to the names are all instances which I have personally seen and observed in life. At the same time, being a behavioral faculty, I know the models of Roosevelt Moss Cantor or the models of spirituality that people refer to when they encounter a setback. What I have realized is that every individual deals with setbacks differently. So there cannot be any defined way or a model to go ahead with this. Some go for spirituality, some go for reinventing themselves. But what I've also seen is that as many people as I know, most of them have overcome. Most of them have overcome setbacks, and very few I have seen are the ones who have got wrapped within the whole thing and have become totally are leading a suboptimal life. So how do you know that someone faced a setback in life and he is unable to and is being unable to overcome it? Is like, the individual, you would know the individual, you would know the potential of the individual. If the individual is leading a suboptimal life, that means there has been some setback in his life which he has not been able to overcome. Whether the person talks about it or is secretive about it, does not want to let others know, that's all depends on the individual. But life has its own interesting way to deal with things. Now here, fundamentally, you would see that setbacks are those which are typically unexpected, and they are adverse in nature. So a setback can be as simple for a player not getting selected into a team which is going for the tournament. A setback can be of various types, but here the setbacks that I am going to talk of is more related to you and me as we face in daily life. You might have an entrepreneur whose dream business is failing, or rather has failed. Yeah. You might have a situation of a graduate who's unable to get a job in spite of trying endlessly. You might have instances of couples having retarded children or special children. There can be various ways, the list is endless. On the other side, you might have situations of a family which has lost the job opportunity that they were having, and they have mortgages to pay for, loans to meet. They have I've also seen very, very successful individuals who are extremely have a series of broken relationships with spouse, with children, dying alone. And I've seen families which don't care for each other, but on the outset seem to be everything is fine. So various forms of setbacks happen in life, but the question here is about understanding that there is a setback in life, and how do you handle this particular setback and get back And as I said, most of the time I've seen that people do overcome, whether though the means that they might have chosen to overcome can be fundamentally different. Now, as I said, whenever there is a setback which has been encountered, there are two things which a person must be careful about. One is self, how he or she now interacts with self, and how he or she interacts with others. It's very important because if the person starts doubting self, he will get into a cocoon. He will cut his relationships with others, and he might get into a negative spiral. But instead, if the person takes some learning from the setback and moves on, he will have a much better life going forth. From the other side, once a person has faced a setback, some very tough realizations come in. Those others who used to invite this family for parties suddenly will turn a cold shoulder. You will have such friends, so-called friends, who don't check on you anymore. But yes, there will be those others who are always there for you. So what is very important is that on the very first bit of it, drop out the negative spiral, come out of the cocoon, do away with those others who, no matter who don't care much for you in any case. That's the moment of truth for you, and go on with life and be with those others who have always welcomed you with open arms. Be very critical about this bit of it, because that's where the whole cycle starts from. So what's the I'll rather say that there are two things to it. First is that if you have faced a setback, what do? The first point is give yourself time. Give yourself time to analyze. Give yourself time to understand. Think about it. What has happened? What went wrong? What are the learnings for you? What are the learning that you can draw from him? Stop negative spiral. If you ever think that you are getting into a negative spiral, you don't want to have the breakfast, you don't want to do things which are the right things to do, you have started putting on weight, your blood pressure and blood sugars are started going astray, that means a negative spiral has started. Stop that. Consciously. Exercise. Get back into life. Search for positive things and positive people. They will always be there for you. You have to search for them. You have to approach them. You have to find them out. You have to be with them. You have to seek help. Join a social cause. This gives a lot of energy. If you work for tiger conservation, if you work for the upliftment of the poor, if you go and help those who are in dire straits, it gives you a lot of energy. Learn a new skill that you want to do. Over time, when you do these 1, 2, 3, 4 things, you will reinvent yourself in a new form altogether. And when you reinvent yourself, if there is a very deep gap in you which has to be filled, then fill the gap. Now when you do all these 6 steps, I can assure you, how much time will it take? Not sure. Some people can do it in 3 months, some people would do it in 2 years. But be conscious about it. Try to overcome these 6 steps. Try to go through these 6 steps and overcome the cycle. Once you have overcome the cycle, you'll automatically see that you are feeling much better, you are feeling much more refreshed, you are a much happier individual. The last bit that I would like to say is that if you're young, if age is on your side, you should prepare yourself mentally so that whenever a setback comes, because it will come, it's assured, in life you will face ups and downs. Whenever these downs come, you should be prepared to handle it. So how do you prepare yourself now? First is be financially independent. You must earn enough to support yourself, your needs, and the needs of your dependents. Now, that doesn't mean that you live in luxury lifestyle. You can just stay in a very simple house, have very simple food, have very simple education. Remember, it's not about the quality of school or the quality of car which defines you or your relationships. It's the truth in your relationship, and it's the capability that you have which defines your relationship. And so don't get into those things which in a normal situation you might be used to, but when a setback comes, you have to quickly scale down things. And as you are financially independent, live within those means. The second is be detached. Be attached and detached. It's a very difficult thing. It's a different thing that I am saying. So you must love your parents, you must love your spouse, you must love your friends, but also know that you have a life to lead. So be attached and detached. So if you are detached with any one of them, or a relationship, or something which meant a lot to you, you should be able to overcome that detachment easily. That it is difficult to practice, but once you are successful in that, you'll realize that you can actually, everyone can overcome this. And have varied interests. So when you have varied interests, it will be very easy for you to get into other groups or start uh, being of value to those who really need you. So the lesson is simple. You have to overcome setbacks, and when you overcome setbacks, it's very important for you not to uh, first to realize and then to overcome this whole bit. I'm reminded of a person whom I met at the age of 20. She was a very pretty woman. She was in love with a person, and um, they got married, and at the age of 27 she was widowed. The love was so deep that after that she never married again, and she led a very secluded life, individual life, financially well off and all. But when I met her at the age of 72, an old woman by that time, she said that maybe, and she said just one thing. I got chatting with her about her life, and she said one thing is that maybe, though he died, though I loved him, I should have remarried. There were enough of proposals, enough of good people who wanted me to be their wives. I perhaps should have married one of them, and get over this. And since she realized that at a very late age that there was a setback which pulled her down into a spiral which she could not get on with, and whole life she's led like that. Don't make your life lead your life the way you want. If you want to lead your life secluded, alone, lonely, lead it that way. But I don't think that's life. When you want to lead life, you have to overcome the setbacks that you face. So overcome them. Learn to recognize the setback, overcome that. And if age is on your side, remember that you should try to be doing the things which are on the top right hand corner, which is be financially independent, be detached, and have a wide range of interests. Life does challenge us from time to time, but at the same time, that is the juncture which is the important thing which you have to overcome.